Happy Reset Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I'm your host, Pastor KZ. All of my subscribers, thank you for your continued support. Let's continue to share the video, hit the thumbs up, like the video, and comment down below. I need for you all to just start sharing the videos more because y'all, in the next few months, I want to get up to 8,000 subscribers, and there is a good gift coming up for the 8,000th subscriber. Also, those of you who have yet to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I will notify you each time I upload new videos. Y'all, this week I'm wearing shades of blue, and I am wearing a different eyewear today. I don't think I've worn this one. This part of this frame is metal, but it has like plastic designs in it, and this is all metal. It's no plastic, just a little on the frame, this portion. So on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you think? I actually like this style of frame to just as a switch up. Also, this will be available in reading glasses. For those of you who don't have prescription glasses, this will be this I know this is going to be available as a reading glass option. And also, I want to say I've spoken with the eyewear company who is going to be backing this, and they have indicated some of the frames who get number 5s that people really like, they will be available in different colors. Right now, they are only going to be offering me the option to pick 5 colors. So some of them only 3 colors, but the more popular ones will have 5 color options. So I know one of the color options will be in black. One of the options will be in red. Another option will be in like a tortoiseshell color. And the other 2 I'm not too sure about. I may ask you what you think about it. On yesterday, I gave you an assignment to complete, to list 5 regrets that you have. Did any of you get around to doing it? That was kind of a hard list because I tried to write the list, and the next thing I know, I got well over 5 on the list. So if you got over 5 written on the list, just remember that you can prioritize them. Go back over your list and see which one is a priority and so forth. Now, I want to say this again. I'm only offering my opinion, and I want you to understand these topics that I give, they are not to have you in your spirit upset or you feeling bad about yourself. What I'm trying to do is get you to a place where you think about this stuff and begin to deal with these issues by using certain tools to make you think. Sometimes we keep stuff down and hidden away, tucked away, that we just don't deal with and we don't talk about. But you know what? Some of these very issues are the ones that need to come forth to the light. Sometimes you need to think about something from the past and deal with it, have your cry, and you can move forward. But right now, some of the issues you're going through, you're not dealing with it because it's too painful. The memory just puts you in a bad space. But you know what? You don't want to keep walking around with that stuff because it can lead to other physical health problems. Sometimes what's going on in your mental directly affects your physical. So I want to encourage you all to keep doing the work, but it's not just enough for you to get physically healthy by going to the gym and working out. You got to get mentally healthy. So that's where we are with this. I want to talk about something today called buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse. What that does is it involves, and I'm going to use it in a different way than what it usually is, the term is used for. Buyer's remorse, in the sense of what we're speaking on this week, involves feelings of regret over making a purchase or guilt, especially if you spend a whole lot of money or invest a lot of money into something you purchase, and they call that buyer's remorse. Oh man, I spent way too much money there. Now, some things that you purchase, you can return. If you got your receipt, right? You can return it for a refund or you can exchange it. There's some contracts that you sign that on the contract there is a time frame, such as so many hours or so many days or so many months, that you can return it or say this is not working out, or I want to remodify this, that you can do that. But today, I want to talk about something very serious and very painful. And I don't want you walking in anger, but you know what? Maybe you need to get a little mad in order for you to do something about it. Today, we're going to scratch the surface on something that you might not be ready to hear. Buyer's remorse after the wedding. Buyer's remorse after you say I do. Buyer's remorse after you make the decision to move in together. Think about that for a minute. I know that hit somebody. I know somebody red flags was already up before you made that decision to walk down that aisle or go to the courthouse and stand before the justice of the peace, or before you decided to pool all your resources together with the person and move up in the house with them and set up housekeeping. First of all, you don't need to be doing that anyway without a ring. I'm just saying. Now, the wedding, let's talk about the wedding, because there is a difference between the wedding and marriage. Some weddings is just a big party and it's for everybody, for all of the people. It's all about the dress, the food, the DJ. It's all about that. It ain't really, you ain't even considered, okay, after today and after we come back from the honeymoon, it didn't dawn on you, you know what, where we gonna live? Because you done spent thousands of dollars on the wedding day that you didn't even put no money to get a down payment on a home. So now you come back from a honeymoon that you got to move in with your parents. Just saying. Y'all didn't think that through. And now what happens? You're bickering, you're angry. She don't want to live in the house with your mama. 2 women in the house and you got to still, she don't want that. See, some people are perfectly okay with that. But then there's some people, and y'all, it dawns on y'all didn't even never talk about that. This person want kids, this person don't want no kids. And now y'all done got up there and said, I do to death do us part. And we don't even want the same things. Buyer's remorse after you say I do. Buyer's remorse after you move in with that person. Now, let's just say this. Unfortunately, sometimes people realize too late that the person you're partnering with is not the person for you. Okay, nobody don't want to say nothing today? Nobody got no comments? Did I scratch the surface and prick anything? Did I trigger you? That's good, because now I'm making you think. Yes, you have made a lifetime commitment with somebody who you don't even have nothing in common with. See, after all of the lights flashing and all of the stars and all the seeing stars and walking in the honeymoon phase and realizing maybe I'm not in love. Maybe what I was just feeling was being in strong like. Or maybe it was just lust, and after that was done, now we gotta live. Now the real world creeps in, because you got buyer's remorse because you are in a relationship with somebody whose total idea of what a marriage is not on the same page with what you think a marriage should be. Am I scratching the surface here, people? Talk to me. So this person that you are now involved with is not in partnership, is not the person who you thought they were. Now, let me pause here and say this. Some of you saw the red flags in advance. Some of you knew going in is certain characteristics or certain traits this person have that you really didn't like, and you wasn't feeling it like that, but you went along with it because you know what? And I'm going to talk to you ladies for a second, because you thought you could change him. You thought he was going to be falling so deep in love with you that you can tell him anything and he just going to go along with it and change for you. And you guys, some of you guys, y'all knew the woman didn't cook when you got with her. So all of a sudden now you married to her and now you harassing her. Y'all arguing every day because my mama cooked every day. But you knew, boo, I didn't cook when you met me. So now you got buyer's remorse. Anybody? Let me say this. Sometimes people get in partnership, whether it's marriage or whether you're deciding to live together, for the wrong reasons. Living together with somebody just because you decide, well, you know what, we can pool our money and we can go half and half on all of the bills. Some people might have a financial motive to be in partnership with you. And then there's some people who look at the partnership as a means to stability. Y'all don't want to be honest with Pastor KZ today. Y'all, I've officiated weddings. I am a premarital counselor course person. I'm one of the people they call that's on the list with the state and county for premarital counseling. So I have heard a lot of stories. I've witnessed a lot of couples coming to me, and during the course of the 4-day period that I counsel them and do classes with them, and I give them homework assignments, they realize, wait a minute, I thought you said you didn't want kids. Well, I want kids. I changed my mind. I thought you said you want. Now these people sitting up in premarital counseling realizing we might not be ready for this step. We two different people. See, this is one of the reasons certain states require you go to a premarital course and go to at least 4 days or at least 4 hours worth of counseling, because in that time, that is when you begin to discover through the curriculum, and we do have a specified curriculum of questions and assignments we must do with couples, and right there, the curriculum, it hits it just like that. And you know right away, you know what? We're not compatible. We might just need to just date. We ain't ready to live together and be married together, because that's a lifetime commitment that contractually we're talking about. We're going to be standing up here making vows, and we ain't really in agreement with the vows. I've had a couple sit there saying he wanted an open marriage, and she thinking it's supposed to be, he's supposed to cleave only unto her and be faithful only unto her. And he said, well, babe, what about the time we talked about doing this, this, and this, and involving other people in our relationship? And she says, well, that was before we was going to be married. We was just going to have fun. You see, you can avoid a lot of stuff. And then here's another one. A couple get married. Let's say one partner in the marriage works out of town or is always out of town working, and they come back home on the weekends. One person don't like this situation, and the other person thinks in their mind, well, at least I'm making more money. I'm giving you the bill money. We ain't struggling, yah. But this person is not home. They're not present in the relationship on a day-to-day basis. You are home. You taking the kids to daycare. You picking them up from school, driving them all around to the doctor's appointments, taking them to their dental appointment. You the one going to the grocery store or either ordering the grocery online. You preparing all of the meals. You taking the trash out. You doing everything while your partner is off on a job somewhere. And the weekend when that person is home, they're not about anything but laying around on the sofa snoozing, watching the big 80-inch TV. Or that is their opportunity to catch up on washing their car and hanging out with their friends. They're not thinking, I haven't seen my kids all week. What's been going on with y'all in school? I haven't spent any quality time with my spouse. Let's have a date night or a date day. They're not into that, because know what has happened? Even though they are married or in a committed relationship with you, they're not present on a day-to-day basis. So now what is going on? You are now living like a single person because you're doing everything. Anybody? Don't nobody want to talk about this. But let me say this. You can like someone, but is that enough to commit to them for life? You can be dating someone and you can actually have love for that person. but they're different from you. They have different desires. You're not compatible in a lot of areas. Is that enough for you to make a lifetime commitment with this person? Another thing is with buyer's remorse in relationships is, especially in a marriage, it ain't like you got a receipt and you can return it and pick something else in the store or get a store credit or a gift card. Because now what happens? You done got kids involved in this. Maybe you've purchased a house together. Or you've signed a rental agreement, a lease together. And now all of this stuff you thinking gonna affect your credit because I can't break the lease. But these are things to think about. You got property together. Is all this stuff is involved when you make this commitment. That's why we're talking about regrets today, because so many of you have been writing in your tell the truths and your confession emails that you in something you feel stuck and you want out of, but you never thought about this before you made that commitment. I am so surprised at the letters I've received, the emails I've received from people with marital buyer's remorse. So after much prayer about this, I decided to probe this topic just a little bit more. I want to share a quote with you that I read from, it's an unknown author, so I want to share it with you. And it says, quote, "Most people get married believing a myth that marriage is a beautiful box of all the things they have longed for, such as companionship, intimacy, friendship, emotional support, stability. But the truth is that marriage at the start is an empty box. You must put something in the box before you can take anything out of the box. Marriage with a partner who does the bare minimum will never work out." End of quote. Man, that hit. Because you know what? That hit me. That hit me. Because I've had some bad choices and stood there and said, I do. When in actuality, I'm standing there thinking, I really don't. Not with him. Anybody? There's a group called Shalimar have a song called The Second Time Around. You might not get it right the first time. Sometime you marry somebody who's not your soulmate. Please go back and revisit my videos from 3 months ago when I talked about soulmates, soul ties, and those. Go back and revisit those. And one video in particular I made, Did You Marry Your Soulmate? Go back and look at those videos again. But anyway, I got a homework assignment for you. I want you to write down three aspects of the relationship you are currently in that you have regrets about, and that you knew the day you stood there in front of that preacher or in front of the justice of the peace or the clerk of the circuit court or whoever married you. 3 things that you knew that you already knew about this person, but you thought they would change and get better, and you have regrets. Regrets. Think about that. I am only doing this to get you focused a little bit on the things you have regrets about. Don't beat yourself up. Don't walk in anger. I'm trying to avoid you walking in bitterness. One of the worst things that can happen is to be a bitter, broken woman, because you are regretting a decision you made and you feel stuck in it because you got now children involved and other financial investments, etc. Or here's something, and I want to say this real quick. A lot of people get in situations because of the religion that they are in. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Some people stay together because of the religion that you may be in. And we're going to talk more about that. But anywho, I hope you enjoyed today's session. I know it got you thinking. So please, I'm only here to help, not to hurt. And sometimes you're going to have to shed a few tears because it's things, decisions you make. But don't beat yourself up. You're going to be all right. Things going to be fine. You don't have to be miserable and broken down. I don't want you being an angry, bitter woman or a man who's angry and I'm never going to trust women. I don't love. You know how many men out there who have written to me who got trust issues in women, and they compare women and they say, I can't never give my heart to women. Women are all about money or whatever. You can't trust them. So many people don't understand the dynamics that sometimes you have got to take a moment and bring your life into balance. Get focused, get balanced, always walk in favor. I'll see you back tomorrow. We're going to continue this topic, regrets. This week's sessions will be a little bit longer because you got to think, marinate, do your homework, okay? See you back tomorrow.